Hi everybody, Christina here. I'm going to teach you how to can chicken today. Now there are a few tested approved recipes for canning chicken. One, you partially pre-cook the meat, and another you add liquid, usually broth or water, but I'm not going to do that today. I want to show you the method I use most often because it's so easy and you get such great results. Basically, you're just going to throw the meat in the jar and then put it in the canner. And I use it a lot for chicken breast, but you can use it for any part of the chicken. I personally use this all the time for chicken breast. I am not a huge fan of chicken breast under normal circumstances, but myself and my family really enjoy eating chicken this way. It comes out really moist, flavorful, and it's good for a wide variety of recipes. Probably most things where you would use cooked chicken. I've used it on pizzas and in sandwiches and green salads and mayo-based salads and all kinds of other things. Let's talk for a moment about what you do need to have in addition to your chicken to do this. You're just going to need your basic canning supplies, right? Like your jar lifter and your lids and things like that. And you will need a pressure canner, not a pressure cooker and not a water bath canner, but a pressure canner. Also, you can use salt. You don't have to, however. In canning, salt is not a preservative. It's just for flavor. I use salt. You don't have to. And other than that, that's really all you need. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is prepare your meat. I like to cut it into big chunks like this, but there are no hard and fast rules here. You can cut it into whatever size pieces you want as long as it fits in the jar. You do want to remove as much fat as possible because the fat can lead to it spoiling, but small pieces are going to be fine. A little tip here, if you freeze your chicken first and then allow it to partially thaw so that it's easy to cut through but still has ice crystals, it's still firm, it's a lot easier to cut. The next step is going to be to prepare your canner and your jars. I have pint jars in here right now. All right, to start, you just need your jar. And if you want to use salt, go ahead and add it first. I use 1 teaspoon per pint, but you can use more or less because salt is optional. I like to use a funnel because that's going to help keep this rim nice and clean. Clean rims lead to good seals, and that's definitely what we're after. And then I just start packing the jar with raw meat. Should be fully thawed. Now, I don't remember if I said this, but you can use this for rabbit as well, the same recipe. We're going for a 1-inch head space. Again, the space between the top of the jar and the top of the food. So I usually remove the funnel and use a smaller utensil to kind of pack it down, get rid of any air pockets. I can add a lot more there, can't I? The 1-inch head space mark, by the way, is this first sort of bulge, I guess you would call it, or ring on the jar. I think I can probably add another piece. I would always rather slightly underfill than overfill because overfilling the jars, again, can lead to seal failures. And I think I overfilled it by adding that one piece. So I'm going to take it back out. There we go. Now, I like to take a cloth and just go like this, dip it in a little white vinegar and wipe the rim. That gets me a nice, really clean rim for my lids to seal well on. Put on a brand new lid, a ring, and then I just twist until I just start to feel resistance, and then it can go in the canner. All right, I have a canner full of chicken in jars. Now, you know, each brand of pressure canner is a little different in their instructions, so just follow the instructions for your manufacturer, getting the lid on and locking it in place, and then turning on the heat, and you're going to let it vent And then once the pressure comes up to 10, then you are going to process pints for 75 minutes. You'll want to make sure to adjust that for your altitude. If you're not sure how to do that, refer to your ball canning book or the National Center for Home Preservation website. And there you have it. Now you can have cooked meat sitting on your pantry shelves ready for a quick meal for your family. I also want to let you know that I have complete written instructions, or a link to them, in the description of this video, and also links to other things that I thought you might find helpful, like the ball canning book and the National Center for Home Food Preservation website, the canner I use, that kind of thing. Hope you find it helpful. I also hope that you'll come visit me on my blog. I'm going to put the address right here. Go to the blog. I have all kinds of videos, yes, but also posts about all kinds of canning and food preservation and gardening and lots of homesteading and homemaking kind of topics. I hope you'll visit. Thanks a lot. I hope to see you next time.